some kind of tour. No flicker bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team and I'll send man airborne like fly beat. Come like this as some sci-fi scene when I list this magic on these type of beats. I don't want to hear no talk from a dweeb. You don't respect me if you don't pay my fees. If you don't respect me, then please better back out the way of this heat. I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like Pounds just told them. With the squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting.
Who thought we'd be fighting at a Gothic cathedral? And yet here we are at Cambrian Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And it's the King, Amir King Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004, multi-time world champion, fighting out of Bolton, UK. Ricky.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner.
We've waited a long time for this. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Missing with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. They exchange punches. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Beautiful counter shot. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that hook. That jab doesn't score. Well done with that counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round.
Well, we know they've got the advantage.
And there's the bell for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally.
Whoa, Johnny! This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Ricky Hatton right now. The hitman, Ricky Hatton, goes to the canvas. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love...
Let's get it started in round 3. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter. A lot of effort. Hold it right there. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to...
Oh, no, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Amir Khan. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Despite what the judge... Oh, wait! Ricky Hatton couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. They say back at it in round 4. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. As we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
I've got...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you continue.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
going to punch himself out, though. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. His stamina is off the charts. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Hatton in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
Come on, breathe. Breathe.
Back into the fray here in round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just misses with the right uppercut. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Punch, counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? This is a high-octane battle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up.
It'll be tough to forget this evening. How about your surroundings here at Falcor Bay? And hopefully we'll have a memorable fight as well. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd always...
He is the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. The Brown Bomber. How will these two fighters handle? And there's the bell for round 1. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. How about that time counter shot? Nice counter punch right up the middle. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. They're both trying for for a knockout. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big shot, and down goes Ali. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Nice counter shot. The final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. About Ali in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked out. And there's the bell to start round 2. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Beautiful counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Hold it right there. Oh, Joe Louis just got caught. Much better game plan here.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch.
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Borderline disastrous round, but he's still on to the third. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Good counter punching. can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check here, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after. And there's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Do you believe this? Counter. Oh, what a punch. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Not just changes from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. Holding nothing back here in the round. Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Talk about Ali in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to... There's the bell to start round 5. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's